March the 31st, 2026. Guys, you're looking at an article this afternoon from Politico, and it's across mainstream media. But Trump did something today that we had been hoping he would do for a long time. And when we saw Thune, the rhino trader, leave town early for 2 weeks, sneaking out at 2 o'clock in the morning with extra protection through the airports, after voting with the Democrats, we knew that something had to be done. Now, remember, Thune has been busted about 3 months ago. I did a video showing he was taking illegal, very illegal campaign contributions, very similar to what Hillary and Kamala and all of those have done. Thune's right there with it. Is that why he will not vote into the Save America Act? We don't know, but he sure escaped town like a coward with his tail tucked between his legs. And guys, people like that do not deserve to be in public office at all. And we've got to do something about that. We'll see what has to happen. But what Trump did this afternoon may make a difference. He did one thing this morning that was talking about he's sick of Europe. He's tired of being the defender of the Middle East when we don't use a lot of that oil. And he's saying, I'm tired of it, guys. You want now. And in France and 2 or 3 other countries, Spain, announced this morning they would no longer allow U.S. Air Force to land there if they are, and to operate out of their airports, even though we pay so much money into the United Nations. They said we just can't do it. Then Trump came out with his own statement. He said, well, you go get your own damn oil. We're tired of putting up with it. We've done the heavy lifting. We put Iran on their back heels, and you guys refused, and this is Europe, you guys refused to come in and help when it was you getting the oil. And so what we're seeing now is the realization that he's right about that. And so if you look at the chess moves, and we go back 3 or 4 months, and even up to date, there's 3 or 4 European nations, Spain, France, a couple of other ones, that are very anti-U.S. Now think about that. So Trump's telling them now, okay, we've lost soldiers, we've got billions of dollars invested in this, trying to shut down the nuclear opportunity that Iran is claiming. And we don't know how much of that is BS or what's the truth, because it's been a very mixed message. Either way, Trump said this morning he's ready to pull out. Let Europe come in and deal with it. But this afternoon, he did the thing that's even more important than that. And again, he's issued this executive order today to crack down on mail-in voting, an effort to exert control over the nation's elections ahead of a midterm battle where Republicans could lose control of Congress. Guys, they have no control right now. That's the joke, because they legitimately have more votes in the Congress, in the Senate and the House, but they don't know how to use them because of the rhinos keep coming in like Thune and interfering with it. Trump says the cheating on mail-in voting is legendary. It's horrible what's going on. It's very clearly covered. I think this will help a lot with elections. The president said on signing a ceremony in the signing ceremony in the Oval Office today. Again, he signed an executive order. Now, what I looked it up a few months ago on if he did this, what would happen, and what I understood, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, is that it will create a very important legal battle within the courts, especially the courts that are on the Democratic side, on trying to kick everything back. Can it be done? Can it be not? Can it be delayed? And so we're going to face that. They're saying this executive order is a major escalation of Trump's desire to change the way Americans vote. It's not really that, guys. Politico, you suck right off the bat. It's to make it legal, make it right, make the voters' vote count. And it is sure to draw a court challenge. Mark Elias, a prominent Democratic elections lawyer, said his plans are to sue Trump over the order. That's what I was talking about. No matter, even if you have an executive order, the rats and the demons are going to rush forward and try to stop it. Why? To protect their illegal voters. He's saying if Trump signs an unconstitutional executive order to take over voting, we will sue. Well, Mark, it happened today. He says, at the signing ceremony, Trump dismissed any potential challenge, saying, I don't know how it can be challenged. If you may find a rogue judge. You get a lot of rogue judges, very bad people, very bad judges. But that's the only way they can be changed, and hopefully we will win an appeal, which they have done quite a bit. But they need to get all of these processes done, whether it's the conflict, the appeals, the judgment, and all before the 2026 elections. Trump's order comes as the midterm elections approach this November, with Republicans framing the effort to curb mail-in voting as necessary to bolster election integrity, and Democrats warning it could disenfranchise eligible voters. These demons lie every chance they get. But again, they're saying that Trump has falsely claimed that mail-in voting is insecure, a claim he has used to justify a broader push to restrict or eliminate the practice. Again, we're coming from Politico. I'm looking at the enemy side. The order is reminiscent of the GOP-backed Save America Act, which has cleared the House and remains under consideration in the Senate. Thank you, traitor John Thune. Guys, y'all need to go find this dude. Tell him you need to get out of the political realm. Talk to the people that support him. Tell them that they are no longer relevant. Now, guys, Trump has insisted Congress pass the measure, which is steep approval odds at the moment because of people like Thune. That bill would require documentary proof of citizenship to register to vote and push states to more aggressively remove non-citizens from voter rolls. Guys, you would have to go into California, Minnesota, Chicago with a full army to stop it. At least we're moving in the right direction. Trump's order directs the Homeland Security Department, in conjunction with the Social Security Administration, to create an approved list of absentee voters. The U.S. Postal Service, which is crooked as hell, would be directed to only send mail-in ballots to voters on that list. Remember, again, during the last election, not the last one with Trump, but the one where Biden came in, they were showing how many illegal voters were being pushed in through the U.S. Postal Service, which tells you that when you mail a letter, you're contributing to demons. The order also directs Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate anyone wrongfully distributing mail-in ballots and threatens to withhold federal funds to states who do not comply with the order. Well, that's the only thing I can say. Good luck with Trump, because Pam Bondi and that group are a bunch of toothless wolves barking, or toothless dogs barking, and can do nothing. They appear on the news. They appear in the front page. They appear on TV talking about what they're going to do and what happens when it's all said and done. And just like James O'Keefe said a couple of days ago, we can expose all of this crookedness that the DOJ sets on their hands. Does that tell you anything about who's really in control? Who's really in control of the Charlie Kirk situation? Now that he's been killed, the Jews have taken over Turning Point USA. Not a Christian, but the Jews. And do you know who really killed him? I hope you do. And I hope you realize that the people involved were very close to him. And we saw, remember guys, when we saw, it wasn't the funeral of Charlie Kirk. It was like, it was like a memorial. You and I watched it live. It was pretty good, pretty fair, until she came on, and the guy that was standing next to Charlie when he got shot, and they turned the whole thing around, and it poisoned the apple barrel. But now we're seeing more and more. Again, they didn't reappoint a Christian after whoever in the Middle East took him out. they appointed a Jew to run Turning Point USA. We're in dire straits. It's really messed up big time, and it angers me very much. I'm old, I'm a redneck, and I don't like the BS. And something has got to be done. Anyway, guys, I wanted to report this. We know there's going to be legal battles behind this executive order, but at least it's there. And I think it can go deeper than an executive order if he wants to go into some other laws and some other protections for this nation. We'll have to see if he does that. But anything he does right now will be contested. Big time. Anyway, we're watching it, guys. You watch it. Death to the traitors. That's all I can say, because it's time for us to look at it that way. Be safe.